Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to announce that today we're starting a brand new series for Tmua, that is a test of mathematics for university admission, and we're kicking things off with the best way to prepare past papers. We'll go through them in detail, and later I'll also be uploading mock papers and topic-wise revision videos to help you strengthen your understanding. Well, my suggestion is to practice each paper at least 4 times and go through the mock papers 3 to 4 times as well. This repetition really helps build speed, accuracy, and confidence. So let's get started right away. And I'm starting with the TMUA 2023 paper 1. Question 1 says, given that integral of ax plus b dx from 0 to 1 is equals to 1, and for the second one, x times ax plus b dx, the integral of it from 0 to 1 is equals to 1. We have to find the value of a and b, and clearly we have to solve this integral. So we know when I integrate ax plus b dx, obviously it's going to be ax squared over 2 plus bx. Because it's a question of limit, obviously I'm not using plus c in this case. It's a case of definite integral. So I'll substitute the upper limit and lower limit. So upper limit minus lower limit, which means in place of x, first I'll substitute this upper limit, that is 1. So a times 1 squared over 2 plus b times 1 minus lower limit, which is 0. So obviously this will give me 0 plus 0. And this is equals to 1. So on solving, I'll get a over 2 plus b is equals to 1. Or if I multiply all the sides by 2, I'll get a plus 2b is equals to 2. That would be my equation 1. And I can clearly see I have the second one that will give me the equation in terms of a and b again. And at the very end, I'll get the simultaneous equation that will help me in finding the value of a and b. So let me solve this one. This is x times ax plus b, that is, it will give me ax squared plus bx if I'll expand the bracket. And now I need to integrate. So integrating, I'll get ax cubed over 3 plus bx squared over 2. And again, the limit is going to be 0 to 1, and that's equals to 1. Which means on substituting same upper limit minus lower limit, so first substituting 1 plus b times 1 squared by 2 minus lower limit, which is 0 plus 0. So this will give me a over 3 plus b over 2 is equals to 1. Obviously, I'll multiply with the LCM. LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So multiplying both the sides by 6, either solve the fraction of left hand side then do it, or you can just directly multiply with the LCM. So on multiplying this fraction with 6, I'll get 2a. This fraction with 6, I'll get 3b. And this is 6. This is equation 2. And now we have to solve this one. So let me just write it here. I'm writing it up there. A plus 2b is equals to 2, and 2a plus 3b is equals to 6. To make the coefficients same, I'm just multiplying this equation with 2. So my equation will be 2a plus 4b is equals to 4, and 2a plus 3b is equals to 6, and subtract it, I'll get b is equals to negative 2. And on substituting the value of b in either of the equation, 1 or 2, I'll get a is equals to 6. So a plus b, the question is find the value of a plus b. So 6 minus 2 will give me 4. So answer is F. Moving on to the question number 2. The graphs of y is equals to x squared plus 5x plus 6 and y is equals to mx minus 3, where m is a constant, are plotted on the same set of axes. Given that the graph do not meet, what is the complete range of the possible values of n? So they have specifically mentioned that these are not meeting at all. That means, let me make a simple quadratic equation. If the two graphs are meeting, what we do? It's basic simultaneous equation that we solve. It's a non-linear simultaneous equations. So what we have to do in place of y, I can sub in the value of mx minus 3. That's what we do. Okay, that's how we solve any non-linear simultaneous equation, by the substitution method. So I'm substituting value of y, which is mx minus 3, in this equation. That will give me mx minus 3 is equals to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Bringing all terms on one side will give me x squared plus 5x minus mx plus 6 plus 3 equals 0. Or x squared plus, taking out x as common, 5 minus m plus 9 is equals to 0. Now, clearly it's mentioned up there that these graphs are not meeting at all, and that means if they are not meeting at all, so there will be no real values, there is no solution. And we know the quadratics, by discriminant we can get to know if the t is equals to 0, that means there is only one solution in this case, which clearly depicts that when d is equals to 0 of this equation, that means the graph and the straight line are meeting at one point. So d is equals to 0 means in this case that this is the case of d equals 0. When d is greater than 0, that means it will have two different solutions. So the straight line is meeting at two different points. And when d is lesser than 0, that means this is a case of imaginary roots. That means it's not, in simple quadratics, if it's like this, your discriminant is less than 0, it means it has imaginary roots and the graph is, the curve, the parabola is not getting access at all. And in this case, the reference line is your straight line instead of x-axis. That means these two are not meeting at all. That's what it's mentioned, that graphs do not meet. So that is the case. That means the discriminant should be lesser than 0. Discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. b is 5 minus m whole squared minus 4. a is 1 and c is 9, is less than 0. This is 25 plus m squared minus 10m minus 36 less than 0. Simplifying it further, m squared minus 10m, and this will be minus 11, lesser than 0. Now it can easily be solved by factorization, and here I can clearly see by factorization method I can get two factors. The product should be negative 11 and sum should be negative 10. So two numbers are negative 11 and positive 1. So m minus 11 and m plus 1 lesser than 0. Now, that means the two roots are 11 and negative 1. I'm talking about the roots. So root will be 11 and negative 1. So your curve will be like this, because we are talking about the quadratic, and it will be divided into plus, negative, plus. These three reasons. Because the inequality is lesser than 0, that means our aim should be this one, the negative reason. That's where y is negative. That means it should be lesser than 0. And the value is, the range is between negative 1 to 11. That means m is greater than negative 1 but lesser than 11. It's lying in between it. So if I compare this, I can clearly see it matches with A, so A is the answer. Moving on to the question number 3. For any integer n greater than equal 0, f of x from n to n plus 1 dx is equals to n plus 1, then evaluate f of x from 0 to 3 plus integral of f of x from 1 to 3, then integral of f of x from 2 to 3, add from 4 to 3, then 5 to 3, the limits are given, and add them all up. That will give you the answer. That's what clearly mentioned, that when you will find the integral of f of x dx, and n, when your limit is n and n plus 1, that means your limit is consecutive limit, then answer is directly n plus 1. Now this will help us in finding the values much more easily. So because the direct answer is given with consecutive limit and there's nothing else is given, that means obviously we have to split everything in the limits of consecutive limit. That means f of x from 0 to 3 can be written as f of x dx from 0 to 1 plus f of x dx from 0 to 2 plus f of x dx from 2 to 3. 0 to 3 can be splitted into these three integrals. Similarly, I can integrate and I can split this one as well, plus f of x dx 1 to 2 plus f of x dx 2 to 3 plus. This is already 2 to 3, so we don't have to worry on this. We don't need to split it up. This one is from 4 to 3. So that means this can be written as negative. You might be aware of when you change the limit, when you change upper limit and lower limit, the whole function will become negative. That means if it's a to b and I want to change the integrals, so b to a, then this will become negative f of x dx. Same, I'll be applying it here. That means minus f of x dx from 3 to 4 plus, again I need to change in negative f of x dx 3 to 5. This 3 to 5 further will be splitted into 3 to 4 and 3 to 5. So same, I'll be doing it here because now we have converted into negative. So that means this is negative and limit has become this. I'm splitting it now. Negative is already outside there. 3 to 5 will be converted into 3 to 4 plus 4 to 5. Or when I expand the bracket, this whole will become negative. It's basic thing that I'm doing. If you're finding it a little bit messy or difficult, you can just repeat it once again. But that's a very simple thing. I have just splitted the limits. That's it. Now let me see if we can cancel out something because some are negative, some are positive. So we can clearly see that 3 to 4 and 3 to 4 both are negative, will become 2 times 3 to 4. And yeah, that's it. So this one will also become 2 times. Then this is actually 3 times. 2 to 3, you'll be able to see it 3 times. So let me just simplify it. From 0 to 1, it's just 1 time. So fx dx 0 to 1 plus from 1 to 2, it's 2 times. So plus 2 times integral 1 to 2 fx dx. 2 to 3 is 3 times. So 3 times integral 2 to 3 fx dx. Then 3 to 4 is 2 times. So minus 2 f of dx 3 to 4 and minus integral 4 to 5 fx dx. So we know that they have given n plus 1. N, that means your lower limit value plus 1. So lower limit is 0 in this case. So directly answer will become 0 plus 1 plus 2 times. N is lower limit, that means 1 plus 1 plus 3 times lower limit is 2, that means 2 plus 1. Lower limit is 3, 3 plus 1. Minus, it's 4 to 5, so minus 4 plus 1, which can further be simplified as 1 plus 4 plus 9 minus 8 minus 5. If you simplify, this is equals to 1. So the answer is part C, 1. Moving on to the question number 4. Evaluate sine n pi plus pi by 3 and its sigma over 2 to the power of n and summation n0 to infinity. That means from n is equals to 0 to n is equals to infinity, we have to sum it up. That's the meaning of it, which means one by one in place of n, first I will substitute 0, then add it, then 1, then add it, then 2, and so on till infinity. So that means I can write it as sine. First, let me substitute n is equals to 0. That will give me sine 0. And 2 to the power of 0 is 1. So 0 plus pi by 3 plus. Now let me put n is equals to 1. This will become sine pi plus pi by 3. When I substitute 2, then this will become sine 2 pi plus pi by 3 over 2 to the power of 2 plus, when I substitute n is equals to 3, this will give me 3 pi plus pi by 3 over 2 to the power of 3 and so on till infinity. So let me just simplify it. Sine pi by 3 plus sine 4 pi by 3 plus sine, here you will get 7 pi by 3 plus sine 11 pi by 3, and it's over 2 squared, 2 cubed, and till infinity. If I'll solve sine pi by 3, this will give me root 3 by 2 over 1 plus sine 4 pi by 3 will give me negative root 3 over 2 plus sine 7 pi by 3 will give me root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 over 4 plus sine 11 pi by 3, which is here 11 pi by 3, will give me negative root 3 by 2 over 8. If I'll take out root 3 by 2 out as common, I'll get root 3 over 2 out, will give me 1 minus half plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 till infinity. Or another way, I can write root 3 by 2. That means rather than solving this denominator, if I keep it like it, so I can write minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 by 2 squared minus 1 by 2 cubed and till infinity. This is clearly a geometric progression. Geometric progression is basically a series in which we multiply a constant number, and this is a geometric series till infinity. So first term is 1, and we can clearly see that this whole series is being constantly multiplied by negative half. So taking root 3 over 2 out as common, and for this is a geometric series that inside the bracket 1. The formula to calculate the sum of all the series till infinity is a over 1 minus r, where a is the first term and 1 is the first term of the series, and r is the constant number by which you are multiplying, and negative half is that in this case. So root 3 over 2, 1 over 1 minus half, root 3 over 2, 1 over 1 plus half, which is root 3 over 2 times 2 over 3 will give me root 3 over 3, and it matches with part C. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 5. The following shape has two lines of reflection symmetry. So it has a reflectional symmetry and there are two such lines. MNOP is a square of perimeter 40. So this one MNOP, this bigger square. I mean the outer one, that's a square, inner one is a rectangle. The vertices of rectangle RSTU lies on the edge of the square MNOP. MR has length x. So MR length is x. What is the largest possible value of x such that RSTU has area of 20 centimeters squared? So if I want to calculate the largest value, so as mentioned that RM is x, that means this is x, and also the perimeter is given as 40. If perimeter is 40, that means all the sides, if I add all the sides, it will give me 40, and if each side is equal, that means each one is 10. So if this is x, then this is going to be, if this whole is 10, so this part is going to be 10 minus x into r. So I know that this is a square and this triangle is right triangle. And also they have specifically mentioned about the reflectional symmetry. So this is x, this will be x. From here I can easily calculate RU by Pythagoras theorem. That means RU squared is equals to x squared plus x squared. So RU squared is equals to 2x squared, and taking root, RU will be root 2x. This width is root 2x. Similarly, I can calculate RS using this triangle. This is also right triangle. This is 10 minus x. This will also be 10 minus x. Again, applying the same Pythagoras theorem, I'll get 10 minus x whole squared plus 10 minus x whole squared is equals to RS squared, or 2 times 10 minus x whole squared is equals to RS squared, and taking root of RS will get root 2 times 10 minus x. So this one is root 2 times 10 minus x. Now we have length, we have width, we can multiply, and it should be equals to the area of 20 centimeters squared, which is given here. So length is root 2x, width is root 2x, length is root 2 times 10 minus x. This should be equals to 20. So this is 2x times 2, 10 minus x is equals to 20. Divide both the sides by 2. X times 10 minus x is equals to 10, or minus x squared plus 10x minus 10 equals 0, or x squared minus 10x plus 10 is equals to 0. To get the value of x, obviously it's a quadratic equation. I need to solve it. Let me solve by formula method. So minus b plus minus b squared root of b squared minus 4 times ac over 2a. So 10 plus minus root of 60 over 2. Root of 60 can be further simplified as, here I can write 15 times 4. So that means this will be 5 times 3. Okay, so 2 root 15. So 10 plus minus 2 root 15 over 2. Divide 10, so it will give me 5 plus minus root of 15. So that means there are two values of x. x1 is 5 plus root 15. x2 is 5 minus root 15. And obviously they are asking you about the largest possible value out of these two. 5 plus root 15 is the bigger one. So option F is the correct answer. So that's it for today. The remaining question we'll be doing in the next part. It's just the part 1. And also as I told you, just revise these papers 2-3 times. It's important. And also the mock papers that I'll be uploading, these are very important. Also, I'm running classes for TMUA. The batch classes of 3 is just £8 per hour, and also one-on-one is just £15 per hour, and also for booking more number of classes you can avail the discount. All you need to do is just email us at exactacademy@gmail.com for your free demo. So that's it for today. Bye everyone. Take care.